Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? We're going to do a fun class today, and I hope that you will join me and maybe work on this with me. I was supposed to announce it at Tuesday's live and completely forgot. So I attempted to post information about it on Wednesday in hopes that you would see it. But if you didn't see it, no harm, no foul. You could do it after the video. But I just thought it would be fun if I could get a bunch of you guys to stamp along with me. So I'm going to try and do it once a month. Of course, I probably should have announced it a lot sooner. Hopefully you'll join me. But before we get to the actual project, I just want to go over a few announcements. It's Celebration, and there's free products that you can get from this Celebration brochure. So don't forget about that. You can host a gathering, which means at a restaurant or at a coffee house or whatever. We can make a couple projects with some friends, and you can earn some free products if your gathering has a certain value. You can also shop yourself from any of our catalogs. We have a mini catalog and an annual, and you can earn free things from here. We also have products that are online exclusive, which I'm going to share with you right now. We have the Mix and Match Floral DSP, the Plaster Embossing Folder, the Low Profile Dot Embellishments, the Mixed Floral Bundle, and the Mixed Label Bundle. Those are all part of a suite. We have some additional products here. This is a sample of one of the stamp sets. Really beautiful. Lots of pretty colors used with it, and it's really gorgeous. This is from the scrapbooking brochure. So we also have a scrapbooking brochure. It is online only though. So if you're looking for scrapbooking things. And then this is from our annual catalog. I'm sorry, from our mini catalog. And it is one of the birthday themed suites. So join me in making a purchase during Celebration or hosting a gathering and earn some free stuff. And if you are not a member of my Inky Hands crew, I would love for you to join. It's $7.99 a month, and you will earn 6 projects. I will send them out once in the month, and you will have 6 projects all related with a suite or bundle. You can either substitute one that you have if you don't have the one I'm using and make the projects as well, or you can purchase the one that I used if you don't own it, or if you already own it, you can use it and work on those projects. So if you have any questions about Inky Hands Crew, just let me know and I'd be happy to talk more about it with you. The Card Fiesta class, I do this twice a month at a Mexican restaurant. And for February, for January, it is on the 25th, is our next one. And I'd love it if you're local to join us from 12 o'clock until 3:30. You don't have to come the whole time, but you can come and make a card or two, leave after you're done. You can stay the whole time and hang out with us if you want to. It's completely up to you, but I'm there every time we have a Card Fiesta from 12 o'clock until 3:30. We eat usually from 12 to 12:30, and then we start making cards, and we really have a great time. If you would like to be part of Stamp Camp, that is 13 exclusive projects from 13 international demonstrators. You will get video tutorials, a PDF, bonus projects, and an exclusive Facebook group where we will do the bonus projects live. You get to see 13 different projects live over the weekend, and you will have access to that group as long as you want. I would love to have you join into Stamp Camp. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you want to sign up, reach out to me and I'll show you what to do so that you can register for Stamp Camp. Last chance products are available still, so check those out, as well as the Designer Series special release sale, and they're only available while supplies last. We have Refreshed Beauty, Serene Love, and Shades and Hues DSP. If you have not purchased the Valentine Suite, it's called Marbled Elegance. It has some heart-shaped dies, some really beautiful DSP, some gold threading that's kind of twisted, some gold heart embellishments, and a really pretty stamp set. Check that out. Our new paper pumpkin for the month of February is live. You can sign up from January 11th through February 10th. And I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm quite excited about it. It is going to give you, let's go back to that, 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, some pre-cut pieces, of course. Bronze foil is the uniqueness of it. It also includes a spring-themed envelopes, and you can see how they open from the side instead of like a normal envelope. Quite unique. The coordinating colors for this box are Basic Beige, Bubble Bath, Lemon Lime Twist, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petunia Pop. I think you will enjoy it. And if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you haven't gotten this quarters die add-on, don't forget to add that onto your next order. Let's talk about some kids collection. So we have the Brightest Birthday Kit, which comes with 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designed, all birthday themed. Really nice. And then we have an additional kit that you can purchase that coordinates with Brightest Birthday. This one's called Birthday Bash. And you get 4 gift bags and 4 gift card holders. So it's really up to you if you want to purchase both kits or just one or the other. But it's nice to have cards that coordinate with your bags and the like. So check that out. And then the last kit that I want to share with you is our Thank You Kindly, and it's a non-stamping kit. It makes 8 cards, 4 each of 2 different designs. And like I've been saying for a while, it would make a really good bridal craft night. Really beautiful. And yeah, I think you will enjoy that. If you need instruction on how to do this as a bridal craft night, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out with that. And then our tutorial bundle, this one is an example. It's the December one that I sent out, but the January one is available, and you will get a tutorial bundle for free if you spend $50 or more in my online store. And then I have PDFs available also for sale in my PDF store on my website. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me always at Kelly with an I, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. And I would be happy to talk with you. When you get your free products from Celebration, you can purchase out of this mini catalog, which is the January to April. You can purchase from the annual catalog, which is what I'm actually using for the DSP. So I'm going to share with you. It's one of our suites. Let me find it. I think I'm too far forward. I think I have to, oh no, there it is. It is from the Wildly Flowering suite. I'm using this designer series paper and this stamp set, and we are going to do what is called a double wonder. And a double wonder is like a 1-sheet wonder, but you cut 2 different patterns of designer series paper instead of 1. And so I'm going to show you how to put this whole thing together. You're going to get 11 cards because the sheet makes 10 and 1 bonus card. And that is the suite that I am using, but you can use any designer series paper that you wish and any bundle, suite, or stamp set that you wish to stamp your sentiments or labels or the like. All right, so let me move this stuff out of the way, and here are some of the cards. So I will go through. We are going to be using the label here that is called, I want to call it something hexagon. Oh, what is the name of this? Heartfelt hexagon. So this is the shape that I've used for all of my sentiments on my cards. So you need a punch or a label or a die that makes a shape that you want to use for all of yours. So you need 1 for each card. So you would need 11 of these. You need coordinating ribbon, and you need a stamp set So for my coordinating ribbons, I used the In Color from last year ribbons. So you can use retired ribbons. Doesn't have to be current. These were available in the last chance, but I think they've all sold out by now. But if you have them, if you were using this particular suite and you wanted to use these, feel free. Any ribbon, use it up. You bought it. Use up what you got. But Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, and Boho Blue is what I chose to use for my 3 ribbons. I also used some of the navy blue twine from the Natural Tones linen thread. So these are really fun, and I did use that on a few cards. Let me show you those cards that I used that on. It was these. So see how pretty it coordinates as well. And so I wanted twine on a couple cards and not just big bulky ribbon. So again, you're gonna pick 2 sheets of DSP. It doesn't matter if it has a direction, a patternal direction. What you want to do is, if it does have a direction, like this one right here had a direction, you want to cut it with the long side and your direction up and down, but the long side across, okay? And then your direction up and down. And this one also kind of had a direction, and I did the same thing, long side with the pattern up and down. You want to make sure that you love both sides. So if you hate the side, don't use it. Make sure that you love both sides of the pieces that you pick. So this one has a linen, more neutral. And then this one has basically the same, but in a different pattern. And I really love that. So these are the pieces that I'm using. So you need a 6-inch by 12-inch piece of 2 designs. And these were the 2 that I chose, but make sure that you do not hate any sides because you're going to be using all 4 sides. You're going to need a stamp set so that you can have a sentiment. I added a little bit of one of these little florals on my piece. And then you need some kind of label. So you can use a punch, or you can use a die that goes with your stamp set, whatever you want to do. And we're going to make a variety of cards. So let me put them here right now, and I'll show you those in a minute. I am going to pull out some scraps of basic white because I have not punched all of my parts and pieces. So let's see how many I have. And we're going to be making 11 cards. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6. So I need to punch 5 more of this shape. And hopefully this is giving you time, if you have joined us and have not pulled out what you want to work on, you can prep and get ready. 2. 3. Hopefully I can get 5 out of this piece. I don't know. I just grabbed a scrap. I think I will. 4. Ooh, that was a close one. I got pretty close to that edge. And here's the 5th one. Come on. Let's work with me here. That's right there. There we go. It's hard to hold when you have nothing to hold on to, right? All right. So this I can use for a sentiment or something. So I'll put that in my scraps of basic white. All of these will be thrown away. All right. So now I have my 11 labels. I'm going to go ahead and stamp these labels first. That's the first thing I am going to do. So let me get them ready. So I got to pull out my stamp. And like I said, I'm going to use this one here, right there, and the thank you. I'm going to move my paper out of the way temporarily. So you also need 11 card bases. And I'm bringing that up because you need to cut those while you're watching me stamp these labels if you are going to try and join me in this process, because we're going to make 11 cards today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab my scrap paper. I do have a piece of scrap paper that I've stamped off on. I think I put it in here. Here we go. All right, so see, I stamped off. So I'm going to use this in the thank you word. I always have lots of thank you cards to send out, and so that's why this is going to work for me. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp my thank you on all of my labels, and I'm going to stamp them off a little bit to the left-hand side so that I have room for this one. I'm going to stamp to the right. I'm going to vary them. I didn't do that last time, but this time I'm going to. So we're going to get these done first. And hopefully, if you did not know about this, you can pull out 2 sheets of designer series paper that you really like, all 4 sides of, and pick a stamp set with a sentiment that you want to use, a punch that you want to punch out a shape with, or a label or a die. Cut out 11 of those shapes. You can stamp these and add them at the very end. So first, cut your DSP into 6 by 12 inches. Cut all your card bases. You're going to cut them 8.5 by 5.5 and score them at 4 1/4. I will show you my colors in a minute, but I chose colors that would coordinate with the colors in my designer series paper. So the colors that I chose were Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Misty Moonlight, and then Crumb Cake. So you need 11 of those. So I think I did 3 of the Moody Mauve and 3 of the Wild Wheat and 3 of the Misty Moonlight. That was 9. And then 2 Crumb Cake. But you can choose whatever colors work with whatever DSP that you are going to work on tonight. So this should be giving you time to go and cut your 6 by 12. And remember, if your pattern is a pattern that matters, you might pick a pattern that's all over and it doesn't matter how you cut it. You just want to make sure that you cut it 6 by 12 inches. Let's clean this, and then I'm going to show you guys again my DSP. So if you've just joined us and you want to do this right along with me, you'll have 11 cards by the time we're done. So these are my patterns that I chose, and this is the back side and this is the back side. So they all work well together. If I were to place this with this, I'd be quite happy. If I were to place that with that, I'd be quite happy. And if I were to place this with this, I would be quite happy. And that's the important part, that all 4 of them work together. And like I said, if you have a pattern that matters, like these go up and down, you want your long length to be across and then your short length to be on the side. So cut it across your paper that way so that you have a long piece like this. And then you're going to need card bases. And what I did for my card bases were 8.5 by 5.5. And I scored them at 4 1/4. So here's all my card bases. So I have 3 Moody Mauve, 3 Misty Moonlight, 3 Wild Wheat, and 2 Crumb Cake. Okay, so I have 11. And then the only measurement that I haven't given you so far is you're going to need 4 pieces of basic white. These are 3 1/4 inch by 5. So 3 1/4 by 5. You need 4, 3 1/4 by 5, 4 basic white pieces. We're going to use those. I'm going to put those on top over here on the side. Now that I have cleaned that off, we're going to stamp the little flower. And I have to stamp off because, let me find a good one that uses quite a bit of it. I have to find a bigger one. Here we go. So I stamped it full color and then off a little bit. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay. So this time I'm going to use the Wild Wheat. I like these because they're quite neutral. So the first one I'm going to stamp full strength. Okay, and then I'm going to add whatever's left just on there like that. I'm going to do it again, this time on this side. This is fun. I didn't do this last time. I wish I had, because I really like that. So there's that one. So just do it however you want yours to look. And if you have already cut your paper, the 3 1/4 by 5 for your 2 white pieces, and you have all of your card bases cut, I'm sure you guys are still cutting if you're trying to get caught up with me and you decided you wanted to go ahead and try it. So that's why I'm taking my time right now stamping these. This is something you can do at the very end when the live is over. You can choose to stamp your sentiments and add them onto the fronts of your card. So right now, the most important thing that you do to keep up with me is going to be to get your cardstock and your DSP cut. Figure out which DSP you want to use, what cardstock colors you want to add, and you are going to get your card bases cut in half at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Score them in half. You're going to get your white pieces cut. Oops, I didn't mean to stamp that again. I'm going to stamp off. I have to stamp off for this one. And you're going to get your card bases done. I have one more to go, and then I will show you. The double sheet wonder, I'm going to have that available for anybody who would like. Oh, I don't like how that one turned out. I'm going to do that one on the back. I kind of messed that one up. Is it a right or a left? It's one on this side. I'm going to fix that. I won you guys a few more minutes if you're prepping. Let me clean my thank you before I set it down the wrong way. I almost did that. And I'm going to stamp my flower. All right, let's see. I made that same mistake again. Okay. I don't know why. I just want to keep sticking it into the ink. We're just conditioned to do that, right? All right. So grab a few ribbons, grab your card pieces, and we have all the stamping done. I'm going to buy you a couple more minutes by putting my ink pads away and putting my stamps back in my stamp case so I can put this away after the live is over. And hopefully you guys are prepped. If you're prepped, you're just like, come on, Kelly, get started. I am ready to make these 11 cards right alongside you. But some people might not be ready. We want to give them a couple minutes to get caught up. All right. So let me put away my ink pads. We don't need those again. All the hard part is going to be done with the DSP. All right. So grab your paper trimmer. I'm going to put my sentiments over here on top of my punch. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer here. Okay. And we're going to be started. Again, I have 3 Wild Wheat, 3 Misty Moonlight, 3 Moody Mauve, and 2 Crumb Cake. And then, of course, these are your 4 pieces of basic white that are 3 1/4 by 5. So here are your pieces of your 6 inch by 12, and you're going to put them together and cut them at the exact same time. Our paper trimmer can handle that. And we're going to work on this card style. And at the end, I will post this, and it'll be in the description of the video, where you'll have all the layouts, all the directions, everything ready for you. So don't worry about this, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is, here's our 12-inch by 6-inch piece, and we are going to cut it in 3 sections. And we're gonna start with this section first. So it says 4.5 inches. And then each of these sections that are in here are 1.5 by 3. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is cut the 4.5 section off of this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna slide it in here, and I am gonna cut at 4.5 inches. Okay, we're gonna put this to the side. We don't need that yet. Okay, so we have both of them cut at the same time, 4.5 inches. Now it says that we need to turn this piece into 6 pieces that are 1.5 by 3. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut all of these pieces at 1.5. So I'm gonna put this at 1.5 inches. And I'm gonna trim, move that to the side and out of the way. Put this one at 1.5 inches. All right, and now I have 3 sections of 1.5 inches like this, okay? And now we're gonna cut them in half at 3 inches. So we're just gonna turn these out of the way here. We're gonna slide the 2 sections together, just make sure that they're lined up, and put them at the 3-inch mark. And so there's this one and this one, and then I'm gonna flip these, that one and that one, okay? Let's put these 2 together. We're gonna do it one more time. At 3 inches. All right, so we'll do this one, and we'll flip and flip, okay? And let's do the last one at 3 inches. And I think we can do this once a month. I think it would be really fun. All right, so again, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. All right, and what I want to do now is we're going to pull out those 3.25 by 5-inch pieces of basic white. We're going to use them, and we're going to pick our cards. So I'm going to just do one of each color. All right, because I'm making 4 cards out of these little pieces. Let's move these out of the way. And what I want to do here is I want to make sure that this is the best use of my blue. I have 3 of those. This is the back side. Since this back side doesn't matter, I want to make sure that I get the 3 blue pieces that showcase this paper the best. So maybe this one doesn't showcase it so good. This one's okay, but this one is better, right? And probably this one is better than this one. So I'm going to pick my 3 best, and then these are going to be flipped, and they're going to be this back side. Okay, so those are ready. My blue and my brown linen are prepped. Let's do the same thing with these pink ones. Okay, and this one's a pretty good one. This one's a pretty good one. This one, not so much. Let's see if it's better this way. It's actually quite nice that way. Let's flip this one. Ooh, that's a better view of this one and not so good of this one. So let's see if I have a good one of the pink. Of the pink, let me pick my 3 favorite. So I like this one. I like this one, and I think I like this one with the daisies running through the middle. So these are going to be my yellow. How do they look? I think they're awesome. Yeah. So these work good for my yellow. So I'm going to put those. I think I'm going to turn this one around like that. All right. So here's my pink, and here's my wild wheat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out these 4 cards. And we are going to put these pieces on, and we're going to mix and match them. So I'm going to do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, All right, let's get these going. So let's put this one here. And let's put this one here maybe. And I like that. Let's put this one in the middle, I think, like that. And then let's add some of these really pretty. What do you think? I think I'm gonna switch this one and this one, because I think I like that white flower more towards the middle. What do you think? I think those are all good. So let's go ahead and attach them down. So I'm just gonna put them on top of each other and we're gonna glue them down one at a time. Of course, you know what's coming out, my silicone mat. So I'm gonna put this one in here so I can kind of gauge how much white is in between. So it's basically, you're gonna start with your first piece and you're going to look at this edge, okay? And you're gonna put about the same on this side, and this side. And if you do that, it should lay straight for you, okay? Then you're gonna come in with your next one that has the blue in the middle. Make sure you get real close to the edge here. So if you, or you can use a tape runner if you prefer. And now you want to leave a gap like that on all these three sides, okay? And if you do this, your pieces are going to be uniform, because the measurement that came up is the right one. Now this double wonder is something that I learned from one of Stampin' Up's demonstrator development managers, and she taught it to us quite a long time ago, and I kept having all these great plans to show this to you guys and never did it. So now is the time. Now is when it's happening. You know what, I might pull out my tape runner just because it's faster than wet adhesive. Although wet adhesive is so strong, I love it. All right, so we're gonna glue that one. I'm gonna move that one out of the way. I know, and it's hard to put adhesive right on the backs of some prints. They're so pretty. But if you can do this and get 11 cards, it's pretty awesome. And even though I'm going to provide this PDF in the description of this video, I would ask that if you can, that you would support me by placing an order in my online store. I'm really trying hard this year to earn the incentive trip, which means I need extra people to order from me. People that maybe have never ordered in the past. And if you've watched my videos and you've gotten ideas from me and you would like to place an order with me to help me with my incentive trip dream, I would greatly appreciate that. And in return, you're getting this really cool handout that gives you directions and tells you what to do. So I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind and help me out and give me a small order on my website, because all orders add up, right? And like I said, I really appreciate it. It's not free to produce these videos, even though YouTube doesn't charge me to use their platform. I have to pay for the supplies. I have to buy things in order to have things to teach you with, and I would appreciate the support. Not gonna lie, it really does help. So thank you very much for those of you who do order from me regularly, and those of you who occasionally toss me an order as a thank you. I am so grateful to all of you. All right, so there's that. And I mean, let's face it, this is like a free class, right? Which is so nice. Free things are awesome. But it still costs my time. It costs me to purchase the products to make the project. So I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your orders. All right, so that one's number 3. One more to go. It's fun to do things like this. And if you guys like this and you want to stamp once a month with a double wonder or a another kind of one sheet wonder and make a bunch of cards, let me know. I would be happy to do something like this once a month. And I would appreciate you guys, because I'm doing extra things to try and helpfully earn this trip. I would appreciate you guys when you order. Oh, almost dropped that. Thank God I did not. All right. And I am pre-recording this video. So I'm actually, while you are making this along with me, I'm actually making another one. And one of the things that I would love is, if you do make this, I would love if you would take a photo of your cards and post them on a thread that I will place in my VIP group. I have a customer VIP group. It's public, so you have access to it. And I would love it if you posted your card so that everybody can see the different papers, the different stamp sets, and how different everybody's cards look based on what they chose to use. So here is how this card is going to come together. Isn't this so cute? So let's get all of the colors here. I may run out of this glue in the middle of this, but it's okay. I have another one on standby. Isn't this fun? All right, let's grab this one here. And I'll give you a little hint here when I show you the cards of what I did. Since I picked one of each of the 4 colors, on this particular pattern, I tend to have a pink, a blue, a yellow, and then that neutral linen, right? So on the pink card, I chose one of these that didn't have any pink in it. So see how none of these patterns have the pink solid background? And in this card, I chose one that didn't have blue. And in this one, I chose one that didn't have the wild wheat. And then this one, I chose one that had the wild wheat, the blue, and the moody mauve. So see, that's what we have so far. So the next step is we're going to put some ribbon. And I am going to use a tape runner to put the ribbon on because it's way quicker. But I need to cap my glue so that I don't make a mess. All right. So we are going to use some pieces of ribbon. So I have 2 of the pink. So this one's going to get a pink one. Let me see. Let's put this one. Yeah. Let's do this one. There. So all I'm going to do is just run a line of the tape runner so that the ribbon will stick to it. And we're going to put a label over the top. So hopefully I'm not moving too fast and you guys are able to keep up with me. I am gluing with wet adhesive, so that should help slow things down for you a little bit. It's okay if you don't get the tape runner on the whole piece, as long as you have enough to hold the ribbon in the middle. That's all you need, because we're gonna put our label in the center. Come on, there we go. It wasn't, did I get it? Yeah. So you're gonna, I'll show you in a second. Okay, so now we're gonna take these guys, and I'm actually gonna give you guys a little time to catch up, and I'm gonna put the dimensionals on the back. So let me grab my dimensionals, and we're gonna put 4 on each of these cards. So I need 4, because this shape just lends itself really well to 4, I think. And I know that looks like I glued it on the front, but I actually flipped that one over, because remember, I didn't like what it looked like. All right. So let's grab my Take Your Pick tool. I always use this to pull the backs off. And if you caught up late and didn't have all of your items prepped, it's okay. You can do your labels like this at the end. And since you'll have the PDF, it'll show you what the card's supposed to look like, and you won't have any problem mimicking. Plus, on my website, I will have the cards there, and you can always watch the video to see the cards and the final result. All right, so this we're gonna put in the center here. And I'm doing thank you because I need lots of thank you cards, because people order from me and I like to put a thank you. And if you order from me, I will send you a thank you. All right. No matter what size order people order from me, I always send a thank you card. It's my appreciation for placing an order with me. All right, so this is what the cards look like. There's that one, that one, that one, and that one. How cute are those? Quick and easy, and all you used was 4.5 inches of a piece of DSP, right? All right, so let's put these out of the way, and we're gonna bring back our designer series paper that is left, and I'm gonna bring back my paper trimmer, and I will talk about the next section. So the next section has a 4-inch piece. So let's go ahead and cut that first, 4 inches. So we're gonna slide this in. We have both pieces butted up against each other. And this piece we're gonna put to the side. That's gonna be our next one. This is 4 inches. And on the bottom here, there's a little piece that's cut off that's 4 inches. That's how wide it is now, by 3/4. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna put this up against, and I'm gonna put it at the 3/4 inch mark on this side of the line, okay? Because there's measurements on both sides. And when you do a small measurement like that, you can measure it on the right side of the line there. So there's 3/4 of an inch by 4, and these are going to go on our next section of cards. This is what we're going to use now. So these I'm going to put with this piece yet that we haven't cut, okay? And then this piece here, it says that we need 4 sections that are 1 inch by 5 1/4. And when I place this right here on the cut line, this is a 5 1/4 inch length by 4. So to get 4 pieces that are 5 1/4 inch long, we need to cut this 4-inch piece at what? 1 inch. So I'm just gonna put this on this side at the 1-inch mark, and I'm gonna cut 1, slide it over, another one at 1 inch, and the last one, when I cut this one, it'll cut them both at 1 inch. I'll make sure I have that lined up properly. Okay. And there's my 2 1-inch pieces. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 pieces of 1 by 5 1/4. We got rid of that. We put it over to the other side. So, okay. So we actually have, you have to figure out what sides you want to use. but you have 8 pieces that are 1 inch wide, okay? And you can swap them, flip them, do what you want when it comes time to do your cards. All right, if there's some that you really like this one's nice and full, I think that one would be pretty. This one would also be pretty. Let's look for the yellow. Yeah, these are both good. And then 2 of these, my 2 favorites, will be kept, and the others I'll flip and use the linen, okay? Or I might use more of the linen. I really do like that look. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do for these cards. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use, we're making 4, so I'm going to use 1 of each of the colors. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to leave us the 3 main colors for our next section. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open these up. We need to give another score line. And I like to score with my scoreboard. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. Okay? And we need to score it at 1 1/4 inches. So I want to score it where this is folded, okay? Because you're going to need a score line on this side. So remember, this is where you folded your card in half, and we're going to go 1 1/4 on each of these. All right. So let me put my scoreboard away. And I'm going to grab my bone folder because you guys know we always score to the raised. So that's why I wanted you to score them with the fold in, open it up, and then score on that end, okay? So we're gonna fold this back and give it a nice burnish. Fold back, give it a nice burnish. Fold back, give it a nice burnish, and fold back, okay? And we're going to figure out what we want on each card. Okay, I'm going to have 3 of them up here. I'm going to move these out of the way. Let's see if I can kind of fit them all in here. I'm going to try if I butt them up to each other. Oh, one got stuck. All right. I don't know if I'm completely in, but I'm close, I think. I think I have to just move this punch out of the way because I think I have more room on this side. All right. There we go. I should fit, I think, now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to figure out where we want to put these pieces. I really like that. Let's go with a pink here. Ooh, that's beautiful. Let's do a linen there. What do you think? Do you like that? I don't know. I think so. I think I'm going to do 2 with a linen. So I think I'm going to do that on the darker colors. So this one and this one, we'll get the linen on the inside. I think I'm going to do, this one right here. So pretty. And then I'll do this pink, and I think I'll do the pink one here and this one right here. What do you think? I think that'll be cute. All right, let's roll with that. I'm going to try and move them over so that I can glue them down. So this linen is going to be on the bottom. We're doing good, guys. When we finish this, we're going to have 8 cards done. Pretty awesome. And these are really pretty. I really love how these look. Okay. So we're going to add this here. And again, you're going to have the same distance on the 3 sides. And I like to run my roller. So here comes our next one. Okay. Ooh, I really like that. I think I'm not going to use the yellow. I think I'm going to use the pink on here because I really like how that looks. When I flipped it over, it was much prettier than the wild wheat side. So this is going to come here. All right, and same thing on top and bottom, and then your edges are going to be the same-ish. Because remember, there's a score line there. But look how cute that is. Quite pretty. All right, let's move on. So this one's pink and blue. So let's add our pink. Oh, have I finally run out of adhesive? I think I have. Oh, every time you think this glue is done, it always has like a little more to give, see? Crazy. Oh, that could have been a disaster. I caught it just in time before it hit my mat. All right, so there's that one. So pretty. This one's gonna be blue. Let's see if I have enough in here. So crazy how this glue just keeps giving and giving, even when you think there can't be any more in here, and it feels so lightweight. But it does. Oh, so bad. See, guys, you think I'm not messy, but I am. Now I'm gonna have to use my glue eraser to get all that off. Let me first run this so it's nice and flat. All right, here comes the glue eraser to the rescue. Unbelievable. I'm so messy. All right, I got it. Just want to make sure that there's no residue right there, a tiny bit left. Yep, got it. All right. All right, this one has the linen and the blue. So let's do the linen. Oh, I think I'm finally out. I think this glue is like, okay, enough. You made a mess with me. I don't want you to use me anymore. Okay, dump. Let's start with a new one. But every time you open a new glue, it's like, it pours, just pours. So you have to be really quick and keep it up. You can't leave it down. All right, so there's that piece there. So pretty. All right. And let's add the blue on this one. And let's use our roller. All right, one more to go. This one's gonna be the wild wheat. Ooh. I think I'm gonna do the wild wheat. Oh no, I really like that one. I'm gonna do the wild wheat. I'm gonna do the way I had it. Don't second guess yourself, Kelly. All right. All those pretty white flowers, right? Oh, pretty. And the last one. All right, so these 4 cards just need their label. So let's bring them so you guys can see. Look how pretty. All right, so we're gonna get 4 labels. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 2 left. And again, dimensionals. 1, 2, 4. All right, so let's pull the backs off. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, we have to glue those down. Let me just take the back off of one because I forgot to glue them. I almost spaced, so because they won't stay, you have to add a little glue back there. It doesn't have to be all the way to the edge, but you just need a little bit of adhesive to hold that closed. So I'm going to hold it with my one hand while I glue my next one. And then I'm going to put it on top and keep sliding these over so I can do two. Woo! This is why I always have a mat, guys. Use a mat. Don't be crazy like me. And I do use a mat normally. I don't know what got into me. Okay. Right on that edge, I'm going to have to use this glue remover. All right, got it. And the last one, I almost forgot to tell you to do that. So you have to glue these down because if not, they're going to keep wanting to flap up. All right, so then this is your card. Isn't that so pretty? All right, so now we can remove the backs. But the one that I already removed, I'll go ahead and attach it. I'm going to put that one right there. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's get my... I'm going to put this one in the middle, a little higher. Pretty. See, so you don't have to do them in the same spot. Let's do this one also in the middle. Actually, I kind of like this one at the bottom. Let's do the last one. I'll figure out where I'm going to put that one. It depends on the DSP and what you're trying to do, right? So this one right here, I think. Yes. So here's this one. And then these are the ones that I'm using the blue thread. So we're going to tie some bows. Okay. So I cut some thread and all I did was pull it off the spool and tie a bow. So when I do a bow, I do rabbit ears and cross and tie. And I always hold the middle. Once I tie the first one, it's just real loose, okay? Then I hold that knot and I take the tails and I pull down and you see I'm holding that knot so it doesn't move. And then once you have it a little bit closer, you can pull it taut and then fix your bow how you want it to be. So sometimes twine can twist. So you have to hold it when you pull so that it doesn't twist, okay? So there's that one. Let's tie all of them and then we'll glue them all down. And then I used a mini glue dot. And what I did was I rolled it. I rolled the little mini glue dot so that it was as small as I could get it so that it would fit under the bow, but it would also fit under the knot. So I'll show you in a minute when I do that. So let's get this one. That's that one. Sometimes when I pull it through that loop, I forget. See, look at that. Look at that hot mess I just did. But it's okay. I'm going to grab it before it goes, and then I can pull it a little more. There we go. But sometimes my bows are a hot mess until I take care of them. So don't think like you're the only one and that my bows are all perfect. I promise you, they are not. So I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah, pretty. There's that one. And one more for the pink card. Double loop. Bring it through the little loop at the bottom, pull, and then hold your knot and don't let your loop twist. Because they try and twist with this twine. And I just hold on to them. And then if you hold the knot tight, they don't twist. And then you got to make your loops the size you want them. There we go. All right, let me get the mini glue dots. We got 2 cards to go, guys. We're doing awesome. All right, let's see. Let me show you how to do this part. So what you want to do here is you want to take and you're going to roll it. See? And it looks like a little long, little like inchworm. I don't know. I put that in the middle and then I let it fall on either side of that bow. And then I will find it and attach. Let's do it again. Sometimes I use my nail and roll it into a tube, like a little tube. See? And I'm going to grab my bow and I'm going to attach it onto that little tube, pull off, and add onto my card. There we go. Oh, it didn't. I'm like, wait a minute. It's not sticking. I didn't pull it off. All right, there we go. Let's do another one. Guys, we're doing awesome. All right, let's grab, I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to stick my ribbon to it. So pretty. And let's do the last one. And then we just have one more piece that we have to cut. It's the last piece that was left. It's 3.5 inches. So pretty. There we go. Here is this set of 4 cards. So cute. All right. I'll show you all of them at the very end. So the last ones that we are going to do is 2 cards and a bonus. So I don't know which one I want to use for my bonus yet, but let me put my glue dots away. And remember we had those 2 little pieces that were left over? We need those. Okay. And then we have this piece. And let me show you the chart. So it says you're 3.5 by 2 1/4, and you need 2 of those. So in order to get those, we're going to turn this in our trimmer. Okay. I'll make sure I have the right side up for you to see. We're going to cut this at 2 1/4 inches. Just make sure both of them are together. So 2 1/4. And then 2 1/4. All right, and then you're left with this little piece that is 1 1/4, I'm sorry, 1.5 inches tall, and it's 3.5. So half of 3.5 is 1 3/4. So what we're gonna do with this piece is we're gonna cut, let me not mess with that right now. Let's do these for right now, okay? I don't wanna get you too confused. I just realized I might confuse you if I do too much. So we have to pick what colors. I think I'm going to leave the blue one for the end. So we'll do the wild wheat. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay your piece on there, and maybe one you want to do pink. Maybe this one you want to do wild wheat. And what you're going to do is lay them so that the top and these 3 sides are even, okay? And I think I grabbed the wrong glue, but it's okay. It's deciding to give me glue. I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on both while it's feeding me glue. Oh, it ran out right in the middle. Of course you did. There's more in here, I know there is, but I'm gonna put it away. I don't know why I left it near where I would see it and want to grab it. Let's grab the new one. All right, there we go. So the first one, we are going to attach it, I'll move this out of the way, up here. And we want the 3 sides to be about the same size. We're just going to eyeball that. And then we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. We want the 3 sides, this side, and the bottom, to be about the same. And you'll see there's a gap, okay? So we're going to take these pieces and we're going to define the gap. So I think I'm going to use, no, I think I'm going to use the linen one on this one. And we're going to place that right there. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to wiggle this on. And then this one, you're just going to put in the middle of the 2 pieces and figure out what your lengths should be on either side, how much should be sticking out. And look how cute that is. That's the first one. Let's work on our next one. So we're going to do the blue on this one. And we're going to find our tops and our sides. And then we're going to do the same thing with the bottom. Yeah, I think like this. So we're going to make sure that our sides and our bottom this time are even. All right. And then for this one, I think I'm going to use the pink. Isn't that pretty? See why you had to like all of the patterns? All right, so we have these 2, and for this one, again, we're going to use 2 of our labels. So let's just go ahead and put but on the middle of this one, I'm gonna put one, and you'll see why in a second, even though I didn't do it on all the others. We didn't really need it on the others, but we do on this one. And I'll explain in a second. All right, so the way we do our ribbon on this one, I'm using pink, and I can't remember what the other color. I got wild wheat. And so I'm crossing them. So I want them to have kind of a cross in the middle. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape runner right here under where the label will be, just to get it to hold, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross them. So I'm going to make sure this one is good. And then I have a little bit of tape runner to glue this one, and I do. And I want it to be a little taller, I think. Yeah, I want these to be even at the bottom. All right, so there's my top. And then we're going to pull off our, these, I have a hard time pulling them. And that's why I needed this extra piece in the middle, because it's going to attach onto that piece. And I just wanted it to help hold that ribbon in there. So there's our, thank you, this one's, I did it a little crooked, I need to move it. There we go. So there's our card, and let's do it again. So you're gonna form your little bow. Did I put the glue on this one? I did. Okay, so we're gonna put this one on this side, and then this one on this side, like that. And they're both stuck down. And then we're gonna pull the backs. Oh, why do I do this to myself? My hands are so dry with this winter weather too. I feel like all I do is moisturize my body. But the winter just chaps it. Did I get them all off? I did. Okay, so we're gonna put this thank you right here. And of course you can add embellishments if you wish. It's your card. I didn't take the time to do that, but I will add some. But there's that one. So now our bonus card. So our bonus card, I was trying to confuse you with the bonus card last time. So I'm trying to move these out of the way so I can show you. So we have a blue piece left. We have one more label, which we need to put our 4 dimensionals on the back. And then we have these 2 pieces, okay? So we're gonna cut those 2 pieces into 4 pieces. when we cut this 3.5 inch piece, it's 3.5 across and it's 1.5 tall. So we're going to cut this down the middle. And when you cut a 3.5 inch piece down the center, that makes a 1 3/4 inch piece. So here's your 1 3/4 inch. You have 4 little pieces. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to turn our card this way, okay? And we're going to figure out which way we like these pieces. And then we're going to place them down. I think I like it like this. All right, and then those are going to go right like that. You're going to eyeball it, get it to lay so that you have a little room in between each of them. And then to glue it down, what you're going to do is you're going to peel each one up one at a time. And then you'll put that one in place. And when you do that, you can pick up your next one and put the glue on there. Leave a gap. And you should be right about the same. Press those into place, and then you can do your bottom 2 pieces. And then, of course, we're going to add our sentiment. And this one I didn't put any ribbon, but if you wanted, you could add some twine to it. There we go. It was stuck to my finger. All right, and the last one. But I hope that you enjoyed this double sheet wonder class. I thought it would be a fun project to do. To get a variety of cards. Oh my gosh, why do I do this to myself? This is so much easier. All right. We're going to add our thank you. And this one to me does not need any, but look how cute that is. Super cute bonus card. All right, so let's look at all the cards we made today. So the first ones that we did were this type that had the 3 panels. We made 4 of those, okay? I'm going to do 2, 2, and then I'm going to put the 1 in the middle like this. Okay, 4 of those. Then we did 1, 2, 3, and then 4 of those. And then we did 2 like that. Move these down, I think. There we go. And a bonus card. Guys, that was so much fun, and I hope that you were able to stay with me. Thanks for hanging out. I know we went a little longer, but of course I did announcements as well. Thanks for being part of my live stream video today. And I'm live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. and every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you will enjoy yourself and you will try this out. And don't forget, if you don't mind putting an order in with me, I would be super grateful. Thanks for hanging out tonight, and you guys are awesome. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!